Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, everybody? What is going down? We got another best ball draft. Thanks for joining. We're about 5 rounds in. I'm going to read off these rounds here pretty soon. Shout out to TJ. What up? Shout out to Toyota One. What up? What up? TJ, I feel like I'm becoming a daily PETA for us. What up? What up, guys? I'm rocking my 420 crew gear, 420crewmerch.com. Rocking my DX. Woo. All right. And we filled up our current slow draft that is going on. So we got another one starting. There will always be a slow draft filling. So let's put this in here. Anybody wants a link to the slow draft? Let me know. And all right, Crispy said, "What up, losers?" Crispy, all of a sudden you got internet. You're back and big and buff again, huh? Where the hell were you at yesterday? Just kidding. But yeah, Crispy had internet issues. What up, Zach? Said Crispy's always sniping, dude. Yeah, and you got lucky and you're right next to him. So even worse with the snipe action today, I'm sure. Johnny says draft is way more sensible than yesterday. Sensible nerds, dude. Yesterday, that was a hard draft. I don't know if the winner is going to come out of that division because it was such a fucking tough draft, you know? And I feel like, I don't know, you just never know, but I feel like I wasn't getting any value. And I feel like, you know, when someone's going to win this whole thing, we feel like they're just going to get a team that has like a lot of decent value. It's crazy because when you look at Derek's team last year, he didn't really get any good value either. Like actually 3 of his top 10 picks were got injured anyways and didn't even make a difference to his team winning. So I don't know, like the winner could come out of any division, but yeah, it was tough yesterday. So listen to today's draft. Here we go. So round 1, we got Josh Allen, the Stallion.
Wild Stallions!
Barkley, Bijan, CMC. We had 3 running backs out of the first 4 picks. Lamar Jackson, Gibbs, Hurts, Lamb, Mahomes, Chase, Burrow, Stroud. So we had a shitload of QBs in the first round here. What was that? 6 in the first round, half the first round. Second round, Jefferson, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels went 101 yesterday. Tyreek Hill, Breece Hall, Amon-Ra, Jonathan Taylor, Puka, A-Chain, Derrick Henry, who went in the first yesterday. And I'm pretty sure A-Chain went at the 112 yesterday. That's how crazy the running backs were going off the board yesterday. And Genty, Neighbors, and Jacobs. Jacobs went at the 2-1 yesterday. Third round, Nico, Brian Thomas, Bucky Irving, Kyren Williams, Drake London, Marvin Harrison, Ken Walker, Caleb Williams, AJ Brown, Jordan Love, James Cook, and Herbert. All right. It's always get next to Crispy for everything. It seems like, or we're just in a ton. We're just in a bunch of these. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know if Crispy's in a bunch of leagues as well. So if you're talking about like the number 7 dynasty, you guys could have been next to each other for all I know. I look back at my team, and if James Cook and RJ Harvey are good, I actually have a dope squad. Pretty dope. I like it. I was going for Adams, and he was down the list, and he'll be back around. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Dang. Couldn't even make it the 4 spots, huh? Okay. Round 4. Trey McBride, Mixon, ETN, Anthony Richardson. Come on, John. Get back here. At least you got Mahomes, and he's not just getting stuck with Richardson only. Kamara, Travis Hunter in the 4th. Garrett Wilson, Bowers, Ladd McConkey, Dak, Baker Mayfield, Chris Olave. Round 5. Kyler Murray, Jared Goff, T-Law, Purdy, Bo Nix, Drake May, Devonta Smith, Chase Brown, Laporta, Stafford, Higgins, and DeAndre Swift. 6th round. DK Metcalf, Devontae Adams, Ramondre Stevenson, Brandon Ayuk, Tua, Ward, Fields, McLaurin, Evans, JSN, Hampton, Montgomery. 7th round. We're about halfway through. DJ, I want to score more. Tony Pollard, JJ McCarthy, Cortland Sutton, James Conner, Isaiah Pacheco. There we go. All right, we've made it through all the picks. Let's see what's going on over here. We might have a draft, a dynasty draft that might be starting here. We're checking to see if the last couple people have paid. Single QB filled up pretty quick. Let's see. It's so confusing when I don't like know the person from Facebook, and it's like then I only know them from Sleeper, and then their fucking Sleeper name doesn't match their league safe name. All right. Zibmob got a badass squad if he pulls a QB2 out of his ass. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know who's left out there, but that is, I mean, that's a really good start, but yeah, the fucking second QB, like, like, I don't know if we've ever seen this tournament won with someone only starting one QB in the final week. I like it. So the guy who has number 12, pretty much what I've been doing in addition to, just posting on Patreon and posting in all the what's it called? In all the different leagues and stuff that we have. I post on Facebook always in the big group. And Shamit, he joined. This is his first draft with us. And look, he took Foyo Lacoon at the 7-12. I like it. All right, Aaron Jones. All right. And the IDP Life Leagues have been a blast in the number 4, 26 of the first 26 of the first 54 picks were traded, and the trade train ain't stopping. See, and that's what it's all about, man. And that's why I do like the IDP leagues more, because, well, first off, there's just more. I mean, there's more positions, so there's more draft picks. Second off, because there's more draft picks and because there's more positions, there's just more opportunities for trades, because like people are trying to build up their best, what do we have? It's 10 offense and 9 defense. They're trying to build up their best, 19 starters. And so, yeah, a lot of room for trades. And yeah, it's super fun, man. TJ said number 4 league was running hot for a minute there. Got a team stoked about for next year already. I own 33% of the 2026 first round and 25% of the second. Oh, man. So that's 7 picks inside the top 7 picks inside the top 24 picks. Yeah, that's big time. That's a huge percentage. Huge percentage. I mean, shit, that's almost, I mean, that's close to it's close to 33% of the what's it called, of the first 2 rounds. I'm telling you, go all in for 2027, 50% of the whole draft. You could do it. TJ wanted to rebuild, so I wanted to repeat as champ. So we had multiple deals during the draft and transformed our teams. You know, I mean, I'm a big advocate of trying to win every single year, but there's just certain times where you just know that if you push for that next year and you kind of make moves the right way, like maybe you compete a little bit, you know, this year, but it's more or less like just trying to stack as many assets that are ready to kick ass like next year. And I was able to do that in one of the leagues. Like there was one league where, man, I mean, I think it was 2022 where I started everything was for sale, everything. And I just went into full rebuild mode. I was trying to sell every single piece that I could. And anytime someone would try to get like 2 players from me at once, I'd be like, nah, I'm just going to sell them separately. And I was trying to literally like just gram it out, you know, just like as many little deals as I could. And all these fucking picks came to fruition, and I won a championship last year. It's fucking so dope. I did trade my my 25 first and second, but I got JJ for that. And so yeah, that was money well spent for sure. That was money well spent. That's the number 4 420 crew. Superflex IDP. Doing a rebuild takes balls. Yeah, and seeing like elite, like that rebuild was my team that I did not draft good. Like it was a weird time in the offseason in 2021. And like I'm pretty sure Michael Thomas in this league, like Michael Thomas was like my 4th round pick or something like that. And like Raheem Mostert was like my 8th round pick. I still remember those. Like that's how bad these picks were like 4 years ago, like in hindsight, because at the time they were actually good, but you know, hindsight, no, that like it was picks like that like screwed over my team. But yeah, won the championship. It took a long time coming to get that one. Because like one of my goals, I mean, one of everybody's goals should be winning a championship in every league that you're in. And I still haven't won a championship in all the dynasties that we've started since 2021, but I know I've hit a good piece of them. That's for sure. That's for sure. Especially last year winning 7. That gave me because I don't think any of those were back-to-back. I don't think any of those were back-to-back championships. So all the other championships that I won, in addition to those, just icing on the cake. Yeah, dude, look at that. At the 902, got Kelsey at the 811. I think yesterday I got Kelsey at like the 910 or something. I was kind of stoked he fell into my lap. But yeah, Rice definitely didn't go at the 9-2 yesterday. Brown said, we're all snipers. Great minds think alike. Yeah, I mean, we got a sharp group of guys here. That's for sure. That is for sure. I had 5 first-round picks in one league. Nice. Nice. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, like, when I went into that super rebuild mode, like I think I ended up getting like 4 or 5 first-round picks also, and then I had like, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 like second-round picks out of thirds. I remember trading, it was 2 first-round picks. I don't remember if I gave anything else. I might have even gotten a pick back, but it was like for CD Lamb and Jameson Williams. And the reason why I hate Jameson Williams, because he always fucking fails. I think he was on my bench too, because I hated him so much last year, but still won anyways, because my team's stacked now. Let's see. Where did I leave off reading the picks? I guess I left off at the 8. And the 8-1, George Pickens. Then it was Aaron Jones, Deebo Samuel, Michael Pittman, Sam Darnold, Zay Flowers, RJ Harvey, Travion Henderson, Cooper Kupp, Ted McMillan, Kelsey, Xavier Worthy.
X gon' give it to you. What?
Derek said that 1,000-yard man. Yeah, I still hate him, man. He was just a bench player on my championship squad. He doesn't even get any credit. And let's see, 9th round, Javonte, Ray Rice, Rasheed Rice. That's how high I am already. I only smoked a couple bowls. Jerry Jeudy, Bryce Young, Rashad White, Roma Dunze, George Kittle. Dude, I got George Kittle for like the 212 in a league. What do you guys think about that? I mean, I'm so far behind on like posting all these videos. I got a whole bunch more trades. But what do you guys think about that? To the defending champ. My team, I think I finished, and it wasn't the 212, it was the 210. It was the 210. Because I finished 3rd last year, and the defending champ sold me George Kittle for the 210, and George Kittle is going to fit in very nicely in my flex spot. Very nicely. And yeah, and it was the last year's champ that did it. So I felt like I'm kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because like I feel like I weakened the champ a little bit with that pick, because like George Kittle is a starter in any of these, any team, like any fucking team in this league. George Kittle's a starter, like in the flex spots at tight end premium. And it got sent to me. I couldn't hit accept fast enough. It's like, man, I don't even want anyone there as bad as I'd want George Kittle for this pick, especially competing for a championship. I finished 3rd last year, so I feel like that was a move. Helped me get a little closer. If I drafted Ray Rice, I'd be high as hell. Hell yeah. And I just see the R Rice, and it still computes with my brain. TJ said, I wish I could get people to pay me that. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? For George? Wait, what? I was deciding between Jeudy and Kittle. They're nice. Well, what do you mean? Like, to sell George Kittle, you couldn't get someone to give you better than a 210 for George Kittle? Yeah, that one's in the number 9 420 crew. That's one that I still did I win that one? I don't know if I won that one. It was like year 1. I don't even know if I did or not, because Big Tons' team is so good in this league. He almost 3-peated, but his team got pretty injured last year. But yeah, I wonder, how did I win this one? I can't even fucking remember who won in 2021, because I have a really good squad over here. Yeah, okay, I totally did win this one in 2021, in the inception year. And Tom Brady was my quarterback. Him and Kyler Murray. Yeah, it's a good squad. Don't name your kid R. Rice. Definitely not. No. Definitely not. Everyone wants a deal. Yeah, for sure. Everybody does want a deal. You know what it is? It's like, I feel like a lot of people, they don't understand the trade game, because it is just a big game. It's always, I go high, you go low, then you go low, I go high. But it's like, you have to kind of find, that medium that everybody can live with. And I feel like sometimes either people get so pissed off because the trade is so like outlandish, that like they just won't talk. And then there's some people who they're like, man, well, this person offered me this, I'm gonna try to get them for everything that I can. And then it's like, and then it just doesn't go anywhere after like 1 or 2, maybe after 1 or 2 counters. Zach said, before I went to jail for the playoffs last year and fucked all my shit up. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yep, it was it was in December, right? Wasn't it in December? Yeah, it shit sucked. Glad you're out here now, man. No more going to bars and having to fuck fools up. TJ said, Johnny is straight with negotiations. I mean, it's fun, man. Like negotiating is like one of the most fun parts of like fantasy football and making these trades. Dude, Russell Wilson in the 10th round? That's insane. That's insane. And it's not. I mean, that probably should be where he should be going, but like yesterday, I'm pretty sure he went like the 7th round. Everybody's cheap, always want the fire, but don't have the money for it. I mean, shit. I mean, it's probably one of the sayings that we've heard the most over our time. You got those champagne tastes on a beer budget. Because that's what's crazy is like, it's almost like, okay, it's like you don't know what you don't know. And like for people who, I don't know, you guys ever seen that show Weeds? It's so funny because like when it starts, she's like pushing the brickweed, you know, and like everyone's cool with it because it's like it's all they're used to. And then they discover the medical cannabis shops. And then like everything changed. And it was like everyone became a snob, like all of a sudden. And dude, like here in Vegas, I will tell you, man, people do not know what good weed is. They do not know what good weed is. Because most of the, like, not most of the stuff, pretty much everything that I see in the streets is like, it's the shit that's probably like 60 or 70 bucks. Now, I'll say like 70 or 80 bucks an ounce. And like they're probably selling it, you know, for like 50 bucks an ounce or like some shit like that. But like it's just trash. It's all like trash, like quality. Like in California, it would be like the stuff that was like, I don't know, like 30 bucks a quarter or like some shit like that, 20 bucks a quarter, like quality stuff. I like nice square deals where everyone's happy and down to trade again sometime. Yeah, and seeing like, that's also one thing too, is like, there may be some trades that I get that like seem lopsided, you know, at first glance, but it's because we're looking at these trades in a vacuum, you know, and like, if you don't know what the other person is trying to accomplish, you might just think that the trade kind of sucks, you know, because like, I see trades like all the time that I like, that I question. And like, sometimes I'll even like ask people like, dude, why the fuck did you make this trade? Like, I don't even want to push it through. And they'll be like, dude, but like, look at this, like this helped me here. This helped me here. And like, yeah, I had to overpay, but nobody else would fucking trade with me. So what was I supposed to do? And I think that's the problem too, is like, if you don't have patience to find a trade partner, or if you're just trying to make a deal, you know, like just like that, it's sometimes you can't always find the best trade partner. Hey, what up, Jamie? What's going down, bro? And he said, Weeds is one of my favorite shows. Me too. Me too. I felt very, very connected with Nancy in especially like season 1. Not with the DEA stuff, but you know, because like in 2005, I mean, that's when I'm a full-time 420 hustler. You know, I didn't after a certain time in 2005, I didn't have a job, and you know, it was just full-time 420 hustling. And like, it was so funny because I always had good stuff, you know, but then it was like in 2005 was when like the medical cannabis shops started getting like all huge, at least to where it was more mainstream. They were easier, you know, to find about. People are talking about them. You know, those candies that were like, you know, the Twix bars and just, you know, the Butterfingers and all that, and of the world. And but it's the weed version. Johnny, we don't talk about season 7. Yeah, see, there was like when the show was actually coming out, like I watched it first couple seasons. I watched it religiously on Sunday night when it would come out. Or Saturday night. I'm pretty sure it was Sunday, but whatever day it was. And like, I didn't even have Showtime. So I would like go over to someone's house who had Showtime, smoke weed, watch Weeds, you know, because this is before DVRs were like popular. Like, I didn't have fucking TiVo or whatever the hell it was. It was like you watched it live or you never saw it again. Like, I don't know, until it like came out on DVD or whatever. And is even before like the on demand like started, because you know, after I don't remember what year, but then they started putting shit on demand, and you know, as long as you had those channels, you can go watch like the seasons or whatever. It was like maybe it was either season 5. Nah, it was probably season 6. I think it was probably season 6 where I was like, you know what? I don't think I can make these moves to go watch this anymore. I'm kind of getting over it. But it's way better when you binge it too. Like that's the thing, is when you watch it like every single week and it's like a commitment to like watch every week. You know, it's one thing, but when you binge it, it's not bad because they're only 30-minute episodes. Like you could binge a season like hella fast. Like even the league, I mean, shit, that was on actual cable. So it was like, I mean, I guess FX isn't really cable, but you know what I mean? There was still commercials. It was still like a 30-minute show that probably had 7 minutes worth of commercials. So the episodes are like 23 minutes. I think I binge watched the league in like, I don't know, a couple of days. It was just on in the background. But yeah, season 7, it's whatever. I do like the end though. I do like the series finale. It's one of those ones that like you know, it brings everything full circle. It's a really good moment. Jamie said I made a trade yesterday, kind of fleeced. Dude gave up Antonio Gibson, Deontay Johnson, and Amari Cooper for Jalen Noel. Needed to make some roster cuts anyways. Cooper is going to be one. Gibson's going to be one. You know, I mean, if the person believes in Antonio Gibson and Deontay Johnson and Amari Cooper, good for them, you know, and like you got to get what was he, a 3rd-round wide receiver? He's probably a 3rd-round wide receiver in this league. So funny. Hey, Ghost Monkey, what up, my brother? Would Brown say you're going to hear about Bond in the 11th during your grade? Who got Bond in the 11th? I mean, that's still a good pick, though. I mean, shit. I don't like picking that early, but, you know, I like to make sure I get all my starters locked in at least. Big Bro says, shit, 2025, I gift you a bag and you donate it to me. There you go. You'd have to watch the replay on HBO, too. If you didn't catch it, like, on time, yeah. Well, I mean, Showtime, right? Because that's one thing that was cool at one point. It was like HBO West, HBO East. So you could like watch it earlier if you watched it on the East. And like when DirecTV became a thing, it was like everything was just like on East Coast time. I don't know, for at least a lot of the main channels. If they didn't have like Monday Night Raw, you used to be able to watch it at 5 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock or 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever. Totally not gonna lie, I never watched Weeds. I was into a lot of car shows, and during my boozing days, it's a good show, man. Go back and watch it now. It still holds up. It's a good show. It's all about weed too. Like, like I didn't see Weeds season 1. Like, well, I didn't know about Weeds season 1 when it was actually on. I didn't find out about it until season 2, like Entourage, and it was so fucking funny because like I worked at a DVD store, and I'm like. I'm going through the TV section. I'm like, they would give us lists and how everything was supposed to be alphabetically. And so I'm going through the TV section or whatever. And I see the cover of Weeds and it's like a whole bunch of people in a Ziploc bag. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then we got like unlimited rentals at that store. So as soon as I saw that shit, I got the first season and checked it out and was sold ever since. It's a good show. They do get a little bit outlandish, you know, but that's just like every show. After a little while, you got to get a little outlandish to keep the storylines going. Oh, you even said Bond. That's so funny. You even said Bond, and you're still making fun of him. I think you were just mad. I think that's what it was, Brown. You're a little bit jealous that he got him, because well, I mean, I guess you didn't even get an IDP, but yeah. Oh yeah. Kevin, is it Nielsen? Kevin Nealon or Nielsen? Can't remember. Yeah, is a god on Weeds. Senor Doug. Yeah, he's such a fucking idiot. So funny. Uh-oh. I don't know if Mike is in here. Let me just text him. Which one is it? Number 51. And Bake Bro seen Weeds at Blockbuster. There we go. Yeah, see? I mean, it was if I didn't work at that video store, I mean, I'm sure I eventually would have learned about the show, but I mean, I was the one who told everybody about that. Nobody in my circle knew about weeds until I found out about it. This is also, 2005. I mean, very pre-social media. Like, I don't even think I started a MySpace fucking account until like 2006 or something. And definitely Facebook wasn't a thing for me back then because I wasn't in college. I didn't even fucking know about Facebook. Hollywood, what up? Uh-oh. All right. MN Digger, he made his pick. All right, Hollywood, I'm checking you out right now. Jamie, do you know the original ending of Dodgeball? The Globo Gym, the ending, the downer, but the test audience didn't like it, so they changed it. I mean, that, the test audience makes a difference. It really does. It really does. Daniel Barry, what up? What up? But that's crazy though. That the ending got changed because of that. He just picks or either saw the chat or he's psychic. One of the two. He said as soon as I texted him that he hit draft. So who knows? Maybe he has it up. He usually watches on Facebook. We didn't have shit back when we were younger. Younger than the video store. I mean, the video store was the shit, dude. And was anybody like Blockbuster over Hollywood Video, or did you like either one of the, like, did you like either one over the other? Like, it was crazy. The one, like, we would always go to Hollywood Video because it was like one block closer. I think it was like literally was only like one block closer, but I think that's why we went to Hollywood Videos, because it was a little bit closer. All right. Let's see. All right, finish this bowl and then we'll see what Hollywood said over here. Oh, these are ugly guys. Really? Hollywood Video had porn for real? I don't remember that. The video store that I worked at, it was like a mom and pop shop, and it's like the last of its kind. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming it's still there now. I mean, that shit was there forever. But it was one of the ones where it had the mainstream and it had the adult section with the little the fucking the old Western doors, that you got to go through. We had a Blockbuster and West Coast Video. Okay, so it was like the red version of Blockbuster, and yeah, it was like 3 blocks away, and Blockbuster was across town. Yeah, see, I mean, you just want to go to what's more convenient, I mean, just always. Especially if they got the same movies. Like, who gives a fuck if it's like the same price or whatever? I remember though, like, there was I think there was a video store that might have been closer, but we had to go a little bit more into the hood for that one. And I don't even know if there was like really good parking like around there or anything. So we never went to that one. That one was like a super mom and pop one. Blockbuster was shit on the weekends for me and the kids, and with the video game rentals. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. The video game rentals were life at the Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. There's a theory that Ben Stiller's character from Heavyweights, Tony Perkins, is the character from Happy Gilmore, or character from Happy Gilmore and the Dodgeball character were all the same person. Yes, I've heard that. That is a pretty good theory too. Because Tony Perkins, man, Tony Perkins, he went psycho, like, and he was just a spoiled brat, and he could probably get plastic surgery very easy, get some hair plugs done, things like that. The one by me did, so funny. Zach, I see you remember those old Western doors. The porn was that Video King. Uh-oh. Fire Up 64. Hold on, let's see. Did we get the other 2 guys to pay? We got to get Drew to pay attention. I just got to make sure that Drew's paying attention. Because I know he's good. Because I know he's good for it either way. We got to make sure that he's paying attention. I don't want to fire it up if he's. Well, I guess that's why it is on 8-hour clocks, right? Just for that specific reason. So yeah, let me get this going over here. Oh, actually, before I forget about Hollywood. Ghost Monkey, I liked both. I liked both, but Hollywood was closer. My buddy was a manager at Blockbuster, so he watched all the new movies before they came out. Fat Smoke, nice. Yeah, towards the end, I did have a friend that worked at Blockbuster, and he always got me free rentals, and I just had to bring it back within a few days. It was always good. To get out of the mental institution, had a job tormenting old people, and then he went back to the fitness thing. See, there we go. There you go. I watch Weeds Weekly on HBO. Showtime. And that Cat House was awesome. Me and 4 buddies had the best cable package you could have. Hell yeah, dude. And now, if you guys need the best cable package that you can have, it's really just a streaming app, though. But hit me up, guys. $40 a month, and it gets you literally every movie channel, every cable channel, all the sports packages, every pay-per-view that hits. There's like 50,000 movies on demand, like 12,000 TV series on demand. So it's pretty much like everything from all the different apps. And it's the shit. Only $40 a month. The Netflix disc, you had to mail in another one. How times have changed. Yeah, and you know what I would do? It was funny because like I was like, one of my hustles back in the day was burning DVDs and Netflix. I mean, it was the cheapest way to get movies. And so what I would do is like I'd get the movies in the mail. I wouldn't even watch them. Like I already know what I'm getting. I'd burn them, and then I would take it to the post office where it would be where they'd be picking it up, and then it would get shipped out. And so I'd get the new movies, like I'd get them like every 2 days if I could be very, very quick with burning them and shit, and I didn't have like anything to do. That's when I was the 420 hustler also. And but yeah, people loved it because I would sell them. It'd be 5 movies for $20, and you know, I mean, you have a case, but it's not a DVD case. It was one of the little plastic CD cases or whatever. But you'd have the movie, and it'd be good. It'd be just normal quality. Early 90s, I try to watch the scrambled porn. Yeah, like on what's it called? Like on American Pie. I just took the Old Man Spice VHS tapes. Yeah, see, I mean, it got to a point where, I mean, I can't remember. I think it was either the start of high school, but I remember, you know, there's always you find the magazines, you know, in different places, and yeah, so it was magazines for a long time, and yeah, and then it's VHS for sure. And you know what's funny is like I mean, I know this is a joke like everywhere with like guys, but it's like like you could come up with like the craziest and coolest like hiding spot for like, you know, your VHS back in the day. Where was it always found? Tell me, where was it always found? If you got caught with a VHS, where was it found? And Spice Channel was the scramble. Yeah, I mean, that was channel 99. Need to learn to multitask, Drew, right? Dang, it seems like a lifelong time burning DVDs and CDs and slanging them. Dude, I mean, we're talking literally 20 years ago, man. Like, like kids don't even have to think about that kind of shit, like with as easy as it is to get fucking media now. Say, bro, if we had the camera phones and we was kids, the ass opens we would have gotten. Yeah, because like even, I mean, I got a camera phone when I was 18, 2023. It was like the LG something. It was like whatever the first camera phone for Verizon was. And I remember just my whole goal was just to get titty pictures. Like that was it. I got 3 sets of titty pictures I got 3 sets on my phone throughout senior year. And it was always the best feeling. One of these was it was to ride a ride at Belmont Park. It was probably like a $4 ride. And I used to find 80s magazines under my uncle's mattresses. I mean, it's why they're always there. And no, not the sock drawer, in the VCR. In the VCR. I got Sable's Playboy for a nice from an old man who knew that I wanted it so bad. Dude, so the Sable Playboy, you know, it's crazy. This is how much of a hustler I was. So one of my friends bought, like, I don't know who bought it for him, but one of my friends somehow acquired the Sable Playboy. He got caught by his mom and gave it to me. And I was like, sweet. And I was like, man, I should have kept it, but also, like, you know, where am I going to keep this, or where I'm not going to get caught like sooner or later with it. So I sold it to someone at school for $50. He jacked the $50 from his mom and bought the Sable magazine, bought the Sable Playboy for me for $50. And I acquired it for $0. So, man, nothing but profit. Nothing but profit. And my mom found a 3.5-inch floppy disk in my dresser. I hid it under my bottom drawer. It was safe until she wanted to clean out my clothes. Oh, Crispy on the clock. What up, Zach? Should I try to get Marvin Harrison? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I put the porn VHS tape in the Short Circuit movie sleeve. Yeah, who the fuck is gonna randomly go get Short Circuit, right? Toyota wants a man. We were straight hustlers back then, huh? Just trying to watch new movies or hearing the latest album. You already know, man. You already know. And I'm sure that I broke a couple of my my parents' computers, you know, downloading all that shit, because it was like, you know, because it wasn't just, I mean, it got to the point where it wasn't just music, you know. I mean, you're able to download, you know, the porn files and all that, and that's like most of what I mean, you know, that's what I feel like. It was either downloading music, you know, that we've never heard, or just like, you know, building a whole bunch of CDs or whatever, or it was like just a bunch of porn, because I never downloaded a real movie like from BearShare, Kazaa, or fuck, I don't even know if what was the first one, Napster. I don't even know if Napster had videos. I think Napster was just music. But dude, Napster changed the game so fucking much, so much. And yeah, Ghost Monkey Sable was the one. I'm here for the women who want to be me and the men who come to see me. And you know what's funny is, like, her whole story, she was literally Mark Marrow's just like girlfriend or whatever. And he was like, she needs to come with me. I ain't leaving her at home. And then Vince saw her and he's like, oh yeah, she could travel with you. Look, Gus, like me, I love Short Circuit. And then you'd be surprised when you do that VHS in. He wants either McBride or Brian Thomas within a trade for Marvin Harrison Jr. Is there a tight end spot, and do you have another tight end? Because I wouldn't want to trade Brian Thomas for Harrison. I mean, that makes it, I mean, I don't know. They kind of like cancel each other out in that trade. Who's your other tight end? Johnny Five Alive. When I was 12 and got paid by a real estate agent to clean out a house. This was 97. I found an absolute stash of VHS porn and magazines. And then I think I locked myself in my room for 2 weeks. Fucking hilarious, man. Fucking hilarious. And so funny. How Strange and Noah Gray. If you could sell McBride straight up for Harrison, I would, because you have Strange. Because fuck, no, Gray's nothing. But I mean, Strange, he is going to be, he's going to be a decent starting tight end for any fantasy team this year. So yeah, if you could sell McBride straight up for Marvin Harrison Jr., I'd do it. McBride might even be more valuable, you know. So it's like, if I trade McBride, I may try to get something else. Mike, what up, bro? Shout out to MN Digger. What up? Yeah, Ted wants to remember all day to get a full-length album. Yeah, for sure. I mean, fuck, man. I mean, you'd go. It was like, remember sometimes it's like you'd go to sleep, you know, and you'd let something download or whatever. And it's like you wake up in the morning and the shit's not even done downloading. I know that happened multiple times. Or like, you go to sleep at night, you wake up, and like, it's a couple minutes from like being done downloading, and then the whole thing fails like right at the end. Right? Johnny said 56K was like lightning. Yeah, because I wonder, like, what was he like when you use straight up dial up, when you literally plugged your phone line into the fucking computer, like how fast were the upload and download speeds, Like I have no idea. Like now, we're down, like I'll download the song from like YouTube, and like sometimes it'll take like 30 seconds, 60 seconds, something like that. But like, yeah, for sure. Like sometimes we're waiting hours for one song, hours. Yeah, I can't even do the sound. So annoying. And it was, you've got mail. Dang it. In Hollywood, I never clicked send. My bad. Let me see. All these guys suck though. That's why I'm. All right. I don't want to see anybody ask me a question about Ken Murray either. Is that who you're asking about, Hollywood? He wants to do McBride and Flowers. Nah. Wants to do McBride and Flowers for Marvin Harrison, either Cup or Josh Downs. Nah. I would just ixnay that. Like that's not a good trade partner, because he's trying to find something that's like a super even trade. Like I would just tell him McBride for Harrison straight up or nothing at all. And just and just leave it at that, because like it's really not worth it. Because then that makes it go in the other guy's favor, because now you're adding in a better player for some. Cup, who's like on his last leg, who may be done, and we just don't even know. But yeah, dude, that's what I would say. I would say McBride for Marvin Harrison straight up, or no deal. MJ and Downs plus a 27-second. I wouldn't do that though, because I wouldn't want to. Johnny just hates Flowers. I hate Josh Downs, so like that's why I wouldn't want to do that either. And I don't want to trade for Cup. Like just the more players you add in the mix, the more it's probably not going to go in your favor. And we waited. It wasn't a biggie because we were just happy to get it for free, right? Because that's back when CDs cost like $20. Now for fucking $14.99, you get the entire world of fucking music at your fingertips. Back then, it was one fucking album, 13 songs most of the time. Yeah, streaming really. Dude, Napster changed the game, because like nobody was ever gonna pay $20 a CD, like ever again. Like after Napster, never. I'll trade Kenneth for a bag of chips. LimeWire made me learn how to redo Windows all the time. Yeah, for sure. You had to, right? You had to learn the trick of like, what was it where you backdated whatever, it would like reset everything to like a certain date in the past or whatever, and it delete all the shit that was on there and like take it and like, I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it. It sounds so fucking weird when you try to explain it. Johnny, I have both on every team. DJ, that's why Johnny traded me Flowers. Got a little bit of intel now. I done traded half of them away for the win now assets and the come up in other positions. There we go. And Zach, but let me tell you, if I was the king of Yahoo chat shit, man. I knew how to do the booters. I send them like 1,000 messages and shut their computers down. I don't even know about the Yahoo chats, like anything like that. Yeah, the AIM messenger, like that, the ASLs. ASL as a 13-year-old, and you just never. That was just, I don't know. There's weird times, man. There's totally weird times. My AM name was Mess John. I like it. I don't even remember what mine was because I was 13. I like, yeah, I don't fucking remember. Don't let the CD scratch. Bro, do you remember? Did you ever have one of those things? It was like the CD doctor, where you had the little fluid and then you put it in the thing and then it was like you had to go around and it would like just go around your fucking CD, like just buffering out that shit. That shit. It worked though, because like a lot of unless it was a big ass gash, there's no saving that. But it could fix a lot of the bullshit, like overall, just wear and tear of a CD. How about that? Different world back then. I remember being 13 and riding my bike to meet some girl and a few neighbors over. I guess it was some local chat shit. Yeah, see, you were with the offline social media, right? But for $1 a month, you could get 20 cassettes back in the day, and then just wreck your credit by not paying, right? Get 20 cassette tapes for $1, and then it was like you had to buy like 20 cassette tapes for like $20 over the next fucking over however many months. That's how they got you, man. Some of the first that was some of the first app subscriptions that I could remember. ASL, everyone, 39 male SC. So mine would be 39 male NV. Yeah. Crispy. That one time at band camp. Johnny said AM was where we invented sexting in 10th grade. You're welcome, rest of the world, right? Yeah, I was in 7th grade when I was on the AIM. See, Baked Bros, you remember that shit, right? You have to be a certain age to remember ASL. The Snapchat of the time. Definitely. Ghost Monkey, how do you wreck your credit when you're 13 years old? I think you had to have a credit card. I don't think you were able to, because that's what it was. They were going to charge your credit card every single month and send you that shit. I remember I actually did one of those when I did get a credit card when I was 18. It was like my credit card was like, I think I was able to get it and it was like $150, like was the max. Like that was like my max credit, $150, 18-year-old. And I bought that because it was like get 5 movies for like $1 or whatever. And then you had to buy, I think, 4 more movies at like $20. But it wasn't every month. It was like every couple months. But you still got to pick the movie of what it was. And then so I averaged out. I was like, okay, so I pay this, and it wasn't $1. It was probably like $5 or $10 or some shit. But it was like you got 5 movies or 6 movies, and so it was really good because that was back when DVDs were fucking $20, like maybe even more for some of them. And yeah, it was awesome. I actually did it. I completed it and then canceled it. I did it. I completed it. I paid it off and I canceled it. And Mike said, "You old fucks." How old are you, Mike? I feel like most of us are all, a lot of us are in the same general vicinity of age. And I think a lot of it is in the, if I could break it down to 10 years, I feel like a lot of it's 37 through 47. I feel like that's where a lot of us fall in that 10-year, window. The older millennials and early Gen Zers. Having girlfriends all over the country that you thought you would meet one day, right? BGM. Oh man, what's the BGM? I don't even know what that is. Right, Ghost Monkey. No, it was a future bill. I remember my parents asking me to get off AOL to use the phone, right? Get off AOL, gotta use the damn phone. Can't even get a call because you're on the phone. What up, Devo? 19 CDs for $1 seems like you can't lose, dude. When I was there was a little phase in my life where I got so burnt out on shit that like we actually had people who were running the delivery service like for me and shit like that, and I got into storage wars like crazy, and we came up on one unit where it was like It's probably like 2,000 CDs and maybe like 1,000 DVDs or like some shit like that. I could be exaggerating, but it was something to that nature. It was a pile that was almost as big as me, and I'm like 5'9", and it was like it probably came up to like my shoulders. And dude, we were at the swap meet fucking all the time slanging those movies and CDs. And I remember people loved our booth because there was just so many fucking CDs. And if it didn't have a case, you were getting them 3 for $1, and people were stoked. And they were like, I remember one person was like, "What's your return policy? If one of these CDs don't work?" And I was like, "It's 33 cents. It's kind of like, if you see a big scratch on it, I wouldn't buy it. Leave it there for someone else." For a while because they were expecting a call. Oh yeah, exactly. It was the paper bill. I already got my 10 to 15 CDs. Oh man, that shit's funny. So I'm probably still getting hit up for those cassette tapes I never paid for. Oh man, I got my Chumbawamba CD that way. Nice. Said nope, you could sign multiple subscriptions. They would just keep compiling it to your name. Columbia House didn't give a fuck. Yeah, that's funny, man. Because to them, it was probably pennies, right? Like if they're selling 5 CDs for $1 or whatever the fuck it was, I mean, you already know they're like buying those for like pennies. Hey, K2 in the house. What up, bro? What it do? We're in round 19. We're talking about all kinds of nostalgic shit tonight. I haven't really been calling out too many of the draft picks. It's on the board. Sorry for everyone who's listening to this in audio form, but we're having a good convo tonight. Lots of bowls going, and we're talking about all kinds of shit tonight. What other random shit can we talk about from our past that kids will never understand today? Like what's something like the younger generation, just anybody born after 2000 will never understand. Let's all try to think of one thing, or like at least like how much of a struggle something was. My wife told me I still have a library card. Who the fuck has a library card? You know what's so funny is like we Vanessa and Noble go to the library all the time because it's like it's a cool little tiny library, like really not, I mean, maybe it's like a mile or two away from our house, not far at all. And they get movies from there. Like they rent movies. I mean, you get them for free. So you just get to check them out. Like Noble, like even though we have them on streaming, like Noble doesn't have a Fire Stick or anything in his room. He only has a DVD player in there. So he'll like actually get DVDs for free from the library. He has Young Rock right now. Payphones. Yeah. How about collect calls even more specifically with the payphones? I'm ready to pick me up. Boop. K2 pretty much everything. Yeah, I know, but let's think of something specific that'll let us be nostalgic, at the same time. But yeah, definitely payphones. My mom bought me a cell phone because it was cheaper to get me a cell phone than to get me the calling cards that I would use to call her to pick me up from school after baseball practice. Because she just couldn't like be there at like 5. It's always around the same time, but my mom would like when she is like nowhere close to where the school is, would have me call her and then like show up like an hour later or something. New vinyl comes out, SpongeBob SquarePants of Kmart. Right? Yeah, we were talking about Blockbuster earlier, dude, and Bigfoot from Little Caesars. That's hilarious. Those, the fucking the big rectangles, right? And it was a big rectangle pizza and cut into squares, right? I just got a library card a few weeks ago when my boys had spring break. We walk in there, and a whole Pokemon scavenger hunt. It was definitely with the times my kids wanted to check out movies. Yeah, see? And I mean, I never went to the library when I was younger. It is cool that they have like these different, the different activities and shit that they're trying to do. I know when Noble was younger, like, I mean, you know, we're talking 1-2 years old. Like, we would take them to the library when they had like story time and shit like that, and like we would always go to the one that it was like sign language story time. And so like they would have the books out, she'd be reading it, but she'd be doing the signs like also. So it's pretty cool. Had my parents come pick us up at the movies with the collect call. At the same time, one person pays and then open the door and then let all the friends inside. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that wasn't a thing like always, but like, how is it so easy to do that back then? One person pays and then you let everybody in. Yeah, the deep dish, like 3 feet long. Yeah. We used to have pre-established meeting points in case you got separated in public because we didn't have phones. Yeah, I mean, that's what's crazy is like, I remember, like, do you guys remember going to Disneyland without cell phones? I remember there was a couple times where I got yelled at, that's for sure. But, you know, just not being at the meeting place at the time and then having to wait. And then I'm like 10 minutes late or whatever. I'm like, I don't have a watch. Like, what do you fucking want? But yeah, see, that's what was crazy is like just doing everything without cell phones. And like, I don't know, like it's crazy. Like, I mean, I don't get super nervous now about Noble like going outside because now he's 8, he has a bike, he's like, we live in a decent neighborhood, you know, and like, so like I'm not afraid of him like going outside with like the other kids or like, you know, riding around the block or whatever. Because he's really just not gonna venture off like that far. Like he's probably not even gonna want to ride his bike, you know, for that long. And then like I remember like, you know, random summers, like my mom would drop me off at like a friend's house and we would leave on his bike at like 9 o'clock in the morning and like we'd be out like all fucking day. They didn't give a fuck. Just didn't even care. Like if they didn't get a call from a hospital or the police, it was like everything was okay. They expected us to tell time by the sun. Yeah, and we did. Yeah. I mean, if the sun goes down and you're not all the way home, you're in trouble. Better be home before sundown, or you know, it could be when the lights come on, that's when you come inside. Like before cell phones was dope. It's just so different, right? Like just so fucking different. And I mean, I've had a cell phone ever since 2002. But really it was like not until I was 2004 was it like, you know, like I feel like even in 2002 when I had a cell phone, like I'd still be talking to girls on the home phone because I didn't have unlimited minutes. So it was like you're not even giving your cell phone number to a lot of people because like I ain't got the minutes for all that. Like I really didn't. Wasn't trying to pay extra to like talk to someone when the house phone's free for me. And I remember the bikes all around town, like 10 years old, never having a phone, just showing back up for dinner. Yep. Better stay close enough so you can hear me yell and then come on when the street lights come on. There you go. Hit me on the beeper, honey. Right, Rob, dude. I remember one time I got like some crazy fucking bill when text messages started being like a thing, when it's probably like senior year when more people started getting cell phones and like then literally sneaking text messages in class and shit, you know, and learning I wouldn't use T9. I didn't use T9 until after high school. But because like literally you could do it, like I would be like you have the sweater that has a little pocket inside. That's where my phone would be. And it's like you literally got to think, okay, this letter 1 2 3, this letter 1 2, this one 1 2 3, and then all that shit just to get one stupid small text out. Didn't have to tell us to come home before the dark in the 80s in Baltimore. The crackhead urchins came out in the dark. You just already knew. You just already knew it was time. What up, Rob? Let's smoke it up, bro. It's all the neighbors actually knowing each other and ratting you out because you got into some shit, right? Right. Star 69. Remember that shit for crank calls? Yep. Calling a radio station to win tickets with a rotary phone was a bitch, man. I got through one time at the local radio station. I didn't win anything, but it was one of those blast from the past, like trivia like type things. And I actually made it through, but I was second to like give my answer, and the first person got it. So I like you couldn't pick like you couldn't all have the same year. And I think everything was from like 84. I think it was like the fast time, because fast times at Ridgemont High, I think was one of the clues. And but yeah, motherfucker before me got it, so I didn't win shit. But I was on the radio though. And I've been on ESPN on 2 separate occasions. That was is either 2017 or 2018. I thought I was the shit with the bag phone and a beeper in 97. Yeah, I was only 11, or no, I was only 11 in 97. So yeah, no, I missed the beeper era. I never had a beeper because I ended up getting a phone in 2002. I remember having to wait until after 9 to make long distance calls. My grandparents would stay up late on Sundays to talk to us. So I never did that for the long distance calls, but definitely making the calls after 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock, whatever peak time was, and off peak time when that was a thing for the cell phones. I do remember that. Calling popcorn for the time, right? Oh shit. So Mike was born in 97. Oh man. Yeah, see, you are one of the young bucks compared to all of us then. But yeah, man. Cool. Awesome. Didn't know how old you were. Awesome. So yeah, so you're one of the ones who's not going to know about any of the shit that we're talking about. And let's see, Zach's new offer was Marvin Harrison and a 26 second rounder for Trey McBride, and a 26 first rounder and 26 second rounder. See, I'm also trying to win a championship this year. Tell me what you think. I think that he's trying to stick it up your tailpipe. And just like when I said, I would say it's Trey McBride for Marvin Harrison Jr. Straight up, take it or leave it, because you know you want him and you know you don't like Marvin Harrison Jr. That's me thinking in my mind. But see, the more you try to do it, he's just going to try to get it to where it comes in his favor, which is fine. But we got to be smart enough to not waste time on people like that either, because, you know, if you feed the pigeons and you keep feeding in, then he's just going to keep feeding you bullshit, you know, wasting your time. And then you're not getting a trade that you like, potentially, but also like kind of conceding and giving in because he's like broken you down from so much time and energy like put into it. We had a UPS driver who got in a wreck a few years ago. The dumbass admitted trying to win concert tickets on his phone while driving and got an absolute wreck. Oh man, yeah, that sucks. What an idiot. Why would he say that? Why would he say that? Yeah, see, getting way worse. Fuck Marv, get London. Yeah, I mean, yeah, see, like he just might not be the best trade partner for you. And that's like the thing that I always got to keep reminding people. It's, you know, we want to look for certain players, but it is about finding a good trade partner. I don't know if that guy fits inside the box of like the trade partners that I tried to find. Probably doesn't even know that Ludacris and 50 Cent were rappers. Right? All I know is Blockbuster tapes tapes in the classic cars and LimeWire. Hey man, see, LimeWire. I don't think a lot of people your age know about LimeWire. McBride's worth more than Harrison. Yeah, he is, in my opinion, too. Especially, I mean, if it's tight end premium, and you have a tight end spot, one of the two. There's a good rookie season, but imagine McBride repeating what he did last season, but with TDs. Yeah. And in a lot of these drafts we're seeing right now, McBride does get drafted before Marvin Harrison. Like not every single draft, but I feel like a lot of these drafts he does. And maybe not tonight, because I think Harrison went mid-third. Yeah, and McBride went at the 4-1. But see, even that is tight end premium too. You know, like McBride could outscore Marvin Harrison this year. Back in the day, the payphones, I lived in the Bay Area. My brother and myself would go around asking people for quarters to call home. We'd make hella money. Yeah, definitely. That was always like an easy hustle to like ask people for money. Definitely, because I know we did that more than a handful of times. I have them both in the 20, and I start McBride over Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I don't know the scoring system of that league. Woo. There goes Pat Bryant, man, with a little bit of a better spot drafted in today. I swear he went in the teen rounds. All right, we might be getting our last person to pay here. And the single QB that filled up fucking really quick. Surprised that it filled up so quick, because usually the single QBs take a little bit longer. Uh-oh, so the Wolves going tonight? Let's see. Uh-oh. We got some trades. Let's see. Just picks for picks in the startup. And picks for picks in the startup. Let's see. What's the score on the... Oh, damn. T-Wolves got the Warriors by got 20 right now. Oh, is Steph not playing? Did he get hurt? Yeah, I mean, with no Steph, it's what happened to him? Yeah, no Steph, they ain't winning nothing. Oh, out for a week. Bad time to be out for a week. What's the what is it? What's the... Trying to see what's it at? Oh, Warriors lead 1-0. Okay, so he'll get back before the whole thing's over, but he's gonna miss a couple games though, huh? Shit, T-Wolves better take advantage. So back by game 4, okay. His cramps are really bad. Well, why isn't he drinking cranberry juice? I thought that was the cure. Cranberry juice? What are you, on your period? Yeah, go after London. I'm sure he'll be way less expensive than that guy's making Marvin Harrison. TJ, my first league, we used the newspaper to calculate the fantasy scores. Nice. I mean, the first league that I ever got into was 2006. So it was on Yahoo, and it was someone who worked with me when, I mean, it was crazy. I got arrested twice in the same year. One on Super Bowl Sunday, and it was the Pittsburgh Steelers and Seahawks Super Bowl year. And then I also got arrested on Thursday night football, the very first game of the season. And it was the Steelers and someone else. And then I got a bullshit job at Subway, like just to get whatever kind of money I could before I went to jail. And yeah, that's when I got introduced to fantasy football. It's like so fucking weird how it all worked out. So fucking weird. Because then that next year, I commissioned a league. That's when it all started. Uh-oh. On the clock, TJ. I don't know where, but you're on the clock. Rob said, I have a kid that was born in 96. There we go. See, you're old enough to be Mike's dad. I mean, I was born in 86. So now we know it's guys like Rob and Crispy and Toker One. Those are the OGs, the triple OGs of the 420 crew. Got a job at Subway because of his rolling skills. Man, I was so like I actually liked Subway back in the day. So like I was actually I would take the sandwich artistry very, very seriously. And it's really because it was in a nice neighborhood and where it was at, and like everyone was really nice with tips. So either way, I've always been good like with customer service. And but yeah, I roll those things up. Yeah, the tightest sandwich rolled. Tightest sandwich you've ever seen rolled. The thing would not be falling out of the paper before you got home. I paid for my first smash motion in 99. Dang it, Johnny. Dang it. Yeah. When I actually had a scare way back in the day, it was with a crazy chick who kind of manually did one, and who knows if she really we still never know if she was actually telling the truth or not. But yeah, she like took a whole bunch of pills and like called me from the doctor's office, and like, man, it was crazy times. That was like when I was like 19. I think that was 2005 also. 2005 was a crazy year. Yeah. Craziness. Oh dang, still friends. Yeah, you keep a lot of girls around you, huh, Johnny? And yeah, definitely there's I'm like thinking like right now, and there's like there's like nobody anywhere close of even who's like even like a Facebook friend. Like, yeah. Not at all. Not at all. His new offers, McBride, the 27 first and 26 third for Marv. And he has no draft picks to offer. So I would just decline and just move on. Just like, or just leave it like that. But yeah, I would stop giving that guy energy. Because how does it keep getting worse for you? Like every trade, like how does it keep getting worse for you? Basically, every girl I've ever dated, I'm her James Wood from Casino. Okay. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Mike said I'm the guy he's trading. Just kidding. That would have been fucking hilarious. Yeah, I would tell him maybe we can revisit the trade after the season. He's trying to fleece you. Yeah, he's just yeah, and like you gotta, and like even if he said like decline it, and even if he sends you another trade, just don't even entertain it. Just leave it up. Or leave that one up and don't even answer it. Damn, Crispy said X is one of the main reasons I deleted Facebook. Damn, you can't just block them, Crispy. You can hit the block button and then they can't see you again. Facebook is one of the main reasons I have X's. So fucking funny. So fucking funny. Man. We got a few autos in the draft room right now. I don't know what happened to John. John might have passed out. He like paid and then like he went on auto the whole time. I don't know what happened. And let's look at Shamit's team. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's got 4 IDPs. He's got a lot of offense, 5 IDPs now. Said brown nose. Yeah. Rob said, I feel that. So funny. Send him a mittens kind of trade McBride for his whole team. Yeah. That's a way that you could troll is just like keep the trade on what it is. You know, you giving up those picks, but yeah, like adding like 5 of his studs like in there. And it's making it super lopsided in your favor. Because that's all he's doing. He keeps just making it super lopsided in his favor. Like, I thought by you doing McBride for Marvin Harrison Jr. was in his favor. Like, that already is in his favor because McBride's more valuable than Marvin Harrison Jr. It really is. Yeah, when someone sends me repeated obnoxious offers, I send them a player for their whole team. Done it to Stevie like 3 times. The only thing that sucks about that is sometimes people leave it up and they just gotta go cancel it or whatever. And I guess that's why I just feel like everything should be an exploding offer now. End of day, exploding offer. Whew. I'm very not low right now. All right. And let me see. What division do we have tomorrow? Anybody watch the movies as we do some of these divisions? I mean, because all these movies are movies that I like. So, like, that's, I mean, specifically why. Because I love fucking movies. Oh, tomorrow's division is the 3 Ninjas. Who remembers 3 Ninjas? Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily. Nice, Johnny said I watched every single one last year. Well, which like what do you mean? Like every single division you were in, you watched, or are you talking about 3 Ninjas specifically and you watched all of the different 3 Ninjas? Because crazy how that 3 Ninjas franchise worked. Like it was like some was with one studio and some was with another studio. Ooh, nice. Rob said still in my first league. This will be year 26. Nice. So started what, 99? And how many original members do you have in that league? I can't get a grade later, and when you count the starters, make Hawk a starter and not White. White was my auto, and I was getting back to the shop. Okay, sounds good. And I'll save this so I can remember that as well. Yeah, not the TV show, but every division I was in that was that movie. Yeah, nice. Yeah, and I haven't watched every single movie that I've that we have divisions for, just because I mean sometimes that'd be a little tough. But yeah, I have been I've been watching a bunch. Crispy, you got 2 more picks in the number 14. There we go. Mike said it's impressive how long his league is, 12 years. Yeah, seeing now, like, dude, my longest leagues are 2020. The San Diego Green Bowl kind of died, like, and then got a little bit more fucked up by people who were in it, who are no longer a part of shit. And but yeah, that was my longest going league for the longest time, and that was 2008. And yeah, it fucking died. Oh, that was when Johnny was working like 8 hours a week. Okay, that makes a difference. Crispy, you clock sucker, where are you, bro? Where are you? You know he's listening out there somewhere. '28th round. We are getting there. Whew. All right. Might be time for a song in a bowl. Johnny said, Clocksucker is my greatest contribution to the fantasy community. It is, and we really need to make this a thing. Like, we really need to, I don't know, we need to make videos or like some kind of content like around this. Like, we really do. Like, people have to know. Like, if you're really trying to bash one of your fantasy football team league mates, you know, calling them a clocksucker is one of the funniest ways that you could talk trash about them. You definitely don't want to be a clocksucker. This draft should be so much faster with the autos. Yeah, it should be. It should be. Can't believe the league didn't think of this. Well, yeah. It's because the league is very, very like there is no sucking the clock in a fast draft. You know, like that would just never be a thing for them because like I guess to them it would be even an email draft, right? Like that's what it used to be called, right? An email draft. Like they probably, I mean, they never got into any of that. Like they talked about IDP, I think like 2 or 3 times on the show, and that was it. And one of the times it was like Ruxin. They're like, wait, Ruxin, didn't you say that IDP is like is the worst? And I can't even remember what the hell he said. It was something very derogatory about defensive players, and Cameron Jordan did not like it at all. So I think Crispy started that in one of the leagues. Well, I think it was Johnny who said it first, and then now Crispy, you know, he's making sure to spread it around. That's what we need to do. That's a 420 crew trademark right there. 420 crew trademark. The clocksucker talk was great. Peekaboo and clocksucker is the worst. Is the worst. See that green light at the beginning of the pick, and then crickets. Yeah. Mike said, damn, now I'm the clock sucker. Crispy taking no chances tonight. Shit might freeze up and have to draft a stud like Murray, right? He doesn't want to get screwed. I start using AI to make clock sucker pictures. Oh man, and what kind of pictures? Send them to me. I'll share them here on the screen. That's so funny. I wonder, can ChatGPT do that? That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to make a video and relate it to being a clock sucker, but got to figure out a way to make a video around that. All right. Clocksucker means and the drunken unicorn. Yeah, and the drunken unicorn are the ones the best in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, he's in Germany though, so I mean it's different. You should make that a shirt, Huss. That would that would sell. Okay. Don't be a clock sucker. Yeah. Okay. You know, well, let's mark that down. And what should it be? Don't be a clock sucker, or don't be the clock sucker. And have a clock zipping up its pants, doing a winky face. What? I don't know about that. In Crispy's case, the grandfather clock. Mike said I'd buy that. So what should I make it? Don't be Crispy, it's a TikTok fetish. So what should it be? Don't be a clock sucker. Clock ticking fetish. A big clock, Johnny says. Oh yeah, we can't have any small clocks around here. It's got to be a big clock. Okay. We'll get that going. I'll try to find generally watch him stone too. Yeah, A, not the right. All right, bowl. It should like a Ghostbuster type with a circle of a line through it with clocksucker on it. I mean, yeah, maybe we have two of them. Yeah. All right, I like it. Decline that, Zach. The main reason for me wanting to trade Marvin Harrison is so that I have a fuck spot. It's also I have Lamb, Nico, BTJ. Just turn that down. You will have plenty more opportunity to get someone as good or better than Marvin Harrison Jr. I can't help it. I'm the Mediterranean descent, and we have big clocks. So yeah, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do for. It's probably gonna be some kind of picture on there, right? And with the words somewhere around there, like a grandfather clock that's kind of like slanted over. It's literally one of the best experiences of my life. We've gone through two managers. Spot was given to their son. All right. Right, McBride's gonna outscore Marvin Harrison Jr. in your flex. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh shit, single QB's paid up, huh? All right. Okay. All right. Oh shit, and I totally forgot. I was gonna do the best ball also. Let's do the dynasty first. Hey, what up, Rob? What's going down, bro? Okay. And sweet. Everybody's paid up. Awesome. Uh-oh, Noble in the house. What's up, Noble? Yeah, that's a crazy picture. Yeah. The bag of chips just went, uh-oh, where? Ah, Brown got him. He wants a bad grade tonight. That's what it is. Had to go out and get Ken Murray, huh? Dang it, what the heck's going on with League Safe right now? Why is it it's like freezing, not pulling up. All right. And this will be it's a derby draft that we're doing in this dynasty league. All the 55s are derby drafts. 55! Gives people more choices. Adds more to the strategies. Oh, there goes Sav. Okay. Almost got everybody in the draft order race, and then we're going to start the derby draft, and then I'll do the draft order race for what's it called? For the best ball. All right. And if you know you want to grade, let me know now. Me and Vanessa are gonna go get some food after this. So trying to figure out how many drafts, how many that I gotta do. Yeah, Toyota One says draft's pretty long tonight, right? Yeah, it's taking a long time. Usually they're done by now. What? King Noble needs his games downloaded. Okay, let's see. I think I got everybody in here. Everybody's in here. All right, let's kick this off. 33 shuffles. There we go. All right, and they're off. All right, Brown, you'll be after MN Digger. All right. And make sure you guys are watching like the YouTube shorts or TikTok. Like, I mean, one of the things that I try to do is like scouring the internet for like, dope podcasts. And then, we'll get the podcast and we'll cut it up into little pieces for social media, but just like things that I find that are like cool in, and I mean, it's mostly going to be football players, keep it like around like fantasy football guys. But I mean, that's one thing that I always try to do is like listen to these guys on podcasts. Cause, you just get a peek into like what they're doing. And, this could be vital information. Maybe sometimes they're talking about teammates or talking about rapport. If it's like wide receiver talking about rapport with the QB or just, with coaches or whatever. So, yeah, always trying to be on the lookout for stuff like that for you guys. And then always posting the different trades and stuff on Patreon. So if you're Patreon members, whether free or paid, but you don't have the Patreon app downloaded, make sure you download the app, because you'll get the notification straight to your phone. And so it's always real easy to get the different posts or whatever just straight there. And yeah, because sometimes you don't get your emails and see it. You know what's crazy is how everybody really thinks Shadur is like super special. And like, it's crazy that people mix up hype and marketing with like skill. I really don't understand that. But like, people are so dumb that they don't even like understand like the way that like marketing works, and like how Shadur is really just like, dude, like he's really popular because of his name. Why else would he be popular? Like the stats, I mean, who cares? They're not like off the charts. Like, who the fuck cares about completion percentage? Because if we ask, before Shadur broke the completion percentage for a regular season, who was the last person to hold it? I'm sure that like nobody gives a fuck or could even answer it. Like one of the two couldn't answer it, and probably couldn't answer it because they don't give a fuck. But yeah, it's just like, it's really nuts because like, he's only special because of his last name. Like they played in the Big 12 or whatever, and like he wasn't even good enough to go to a fucking D1. He fucking went to fucking Jackson State to start. Like, what the hell? Dude, what the fuck? Oh man, so even AI knows that that clock suckers are swinging for the other team, huh? I don't even want to share this picture. It's too creepy. Brown, was that you who sent me the clock sucker picture? Oh man, creepy. Super creepy. Yeah, it's like a bunch of clocks and like two dudes kissing. So fucking funny. Oh man, but it's so creepy at the same time. All right, Johnny, I'll send it to you. There you go. Whew. So funny. Johnny said so bizarre. It totally is. AI was weird on this one. The third guy's little head. Yeah, it's so fucking weird, right? So weird. Definitely don't be a clock sucker like that. Oh man. Just sneaky right there. It's like the other guy's neck. Yeah. Very, very fucking weird. Yeah, because if you look closer at it, that's the actual guy. The other guy's neck looks like it comes out of a clock. It's fucking weird. They got a nice house though, of course. I mean, you got that many clocks and you're just there sucking face around all those clocks. I don't know. All right. Bull, then MN Digger, then Brown. Yeah, real freaky. Fuck. Whoo. Peace out, Derek. Catch you tomorrow, bro. Hell yeah. And yeah, this will be one that, we'll come up with a couple different t-shirt ideas. I'm sure we can come up with a few around this. What the fuck? He said there's an animation show called Clocksuckers. What? Crazy. It's a YouTube show. Yeah, looks like it's a YouTube show from 2007. Crazy. Cool. Sounds good, Toyota One. I'll check it out. I just Googled it and it popped up. That's funny. Crazy. Peace out, brother. All right. Let's zoom in here. Finish the bowl. And then we'll get down to biz. This draft seemed like it was a lot more fun to be in than yesterday. I mean, yesterday's draft was fun, but it was also very, very tough. Everybody was on the running back kick. And then everybody was on the QB kick, like all at the same time. Seems like shit got spaced out a little bit here better. I feel like Clocksucker and Shadur on a shirt is fire. Oh, man. I wonder how he could even pull that off. But yeah, now I gotta try to figure out some images for this. And I do like Toyota One's idea of just like, the big circle with the don't do something. And then just put Clocksucker in there. Don't be the Clocksucker. Don't be a clocksucker with his face on it, like his face on the clock. Oh, man. It'd be cool to get sued by Shadur. Because we'd have to get big enough to where it would actually reach him, right? Like, I mean, if it doesn't reach him, doesn't matter. He'd never know about it. No way. Looks like Clocksuckers was a pilot for MTV about time travel, huh? Interesting. It never turned into anything, so. Or else we probably wouldn't think the term Clocksucker was even that cool. We could all pitch in $1 for the lawsuit. Yeah, the only reason they sue is if we're making some serious dough off of it. That's the only reason. Johnny, I smoke weed, and then it's 3 hours later. Hilarious. All right. Here we go. QBs starts off. Whew. Lamar Jackson, Bo Nix, Rodgers. Pesos. Will Howard. Got Cooper Rush. Feel like that's something that everybody just better remember to do. Like, we got 35 rounds. You better get your backup to your quarterbacks. Smart thing to do. So, I mean, to me, Bo Nix is like a B. Lamar's like an A. Rodgers, I'm going to grade this off of the starters, And, yeah, so we'll just meet in the middle at a B plus for the QBs. QBs, A minus. What do you say about Pesos? He's going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL this year. He's probably going to start some games. Yeah. Running backs. A-Chain, Connor, Trayvon Henderson. And okay. So who'd you say? Oh, Hawkinson is a starter? No. Can't say that because you picked Myers before Hawkinson. But we'll replace White with Hawkinson. I mean, A-Chain's like a B plus player to me. Connor's like a B minus, and Henderson's like a C or a C plus. So I feel like it all kind of average out to like it's either a B or a B minus. I'm just gonna call it a B minus because if I'm ever on the fence, I just grade down. Wide receivers: London, Bowers, McLaurin, and Jacoby Myers. I think. I think it's gonna be a B plus. I really do. I think it's gonna be a B plus. And IDP, Zach Bond. It's so funny. Brown was talking shit. He was like, "Dude, you're gonna hear about Zach Bond in the 11th." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about?" And he was like, I think he said I'm high or something. He was like, "I thought it was Nakobe Dean." Okay, so Zach Bond, Branch, Luvu, Quincy, Demario Davis, Grenard, Al-Shair, Sain Rastil, Adebo, Greg Russo. No way. You're totally thinking. Yeah, you were totally thinking Dean. Yeah, I saw him get drafted in like round 20, I think, right? Something like that. So I like the top 5. I mean, all the top 5 players. I mean, I feel like you got 4 A players and a B plus player, but let's see how the bench kind of shapes it again. So Grenard, Al-Shair, Samer still, Debo, Greg Russo. I'm gonna call it a B plus. It's close to an A. And bench, Rashad White, Hawkinson, Bigsby, and Njoku. Man, it's a good start for the bench. Likely, Taysom, Hunter Henry, Justice Hill, Dobbins, Felton. I totally skipped over Tavai. That doesn't make me. He doesn't make me raise the average though. And Noel, who Jamie traded a whole bunch of bullshit for to get today. He said. I'm gonna call it. I mean, it's a decent bench for sure. I mean, especially, I mean, Rashad White, like aside. Um, I mean the tight ends. I like getting Taysom Hill. Like anybody who gets Taysom Hill, I kind of like he automatically like makes it like closer to where like him and one other player could bump it up from like a C or a C plus to a B minus. So like this bench, it's either a B or a B minus. I was trying to kill time and see if I could look a couple more times and see if I'd make it a B, but I think I'm gonna make it a B minus here. It is really nice though. You know, I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B for the bench. Okay. And all right, so what was it all in all? So it's a B plus, B plus, B minus, B plus, B plus, and then a B. So I mean that's really good. I mean, this is off to a good start for tonight's grades. And thinking of the overall and where it's going to be, and I think this might be the DeLorean 88 mile per hour special right here. It's like it's either an 87 or an 88, and I think we're going to call this one an 88. I mean, I like it all around, and I mean, you just went really well rounded, and yeah, it kind of showed. I said usually the bench is a C minus, a C plus for me. Yeah, I mean the bench, you killed it this time. Brown said Taysom Hill won people weeks last year, a couple 30-plus point games. Yeah, and I mean, with all the bullshit that they have at QB, like already right now with Carr, like I mean, I want to target Taysom Hill more. You know, I always forget. Like I always get high and forget like around that time. But he always goes late, and he doesn't deserve to get drafted higher. But you know, like he's gonna have a couple games where he squeaks into your super flex spot. Maybe it's a bad QB week on a bye week and he sneaks into a QB1 or something. Like who the fuck knows? But it's gonna happen. It always does for him. All right. Yeah, that was a really good draft, and that was from the 5 spot. I mean, and yeah, normally I like having being like super heavy on the RBs, but I like how you went I mean, it was all pretty well rounded through your first 5 rounds. Really I guess through the first 7 rounds, I mean, everything's super well rounded, and then you went like 3 RBs in a row. But yeah, good shit, dude. Good shit. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Here goes Brown squad. QBs, Dak, T-Law, JJ. Milton and Flacco. I missed Flacco. I scrolled over him pretty quickly. Not too shabby. I mean, JJ is like a C player to me. And but shit, like even like JJ plus Flacco, like if you kind of like combine those guys, because Flacco's gonna start. I mean, you know, I don't know if he's gonna start the entire season. He's gonna start a handful of games, I'm sure. So Dak and T-Law are kind of like B players to me. JJ's like a C. We're gonna call it a B though. RBs. Crispy, quit sucking the clock and move on. Hold on. We got a trade alert. Just got a text in the number 14. Let's see. Is it the wrong 14? No, it might be the 420 crew 14. That's the one thing. People got to they got to tell me which ones. Oh, he did tell me which one. I was just an idiot and didn't see the whole thing. It's the Super 14 Super Flex. All right, let's see. What the fuck? All right, and Zip Him Up said grade him also, so he'll be after. Oh, and then someone paid for their league and I forgot to unlock them. And we're in the draft. So I wonder if that screwed anything up. All right, cool. I already did. I said I already pushed a trade through. Okay, here we go. All right, so running backs: Bijan, Genty, Bucky Irving, and Caleb Johnson. That's really good. Okay. So, I mean, to me, still, Genty's like a B minus, like C plus player. So that's like the one thing that kind of sucks about getting Genty is it brings down the overall grade like a tiny bit. But we're buying him at like his projection, and like, but I don't grade on like projections, So, but I feel like Bijan's an A, Bucky's like a B plus guy, and Genty's like a B minus guy, and then Caleb's like a C guy. So I think it would all still average out to a B plus. I'm not going to bring it below a B plus because either way, even if it was Bucky and Bijan, who are the quote unquote like starters, and Genty or whatever is in the flex. Wide receivers, JSN, Tet, Judy, Joanna Man Jennings. I think that this is going to be a B minus. And IDP, Devin Lloyd, Quay Walker, Kirby Joseph, Jihad Campbell, Stingley, Blankenship, Verse, Allen, Murray, Turner, Lawrence, it's a lot. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's a lot. And the top 5 is dope. Can I call it an A though? Because I don't want to call it an A just because of quantity. Because it's got to be quality and quantity. We can call it a B plus though. Where's the bench kicking at? Farmouth, Harris, Scatterbo, Golden, Kraft, Beck, Warren, Kyle Williams, and Ferguson. Oh, and I totally skipped over Ken Murray when I was reading it too. He's such a bum. You should have a B now for getting Ken Murray in all that mix. So for the bench, I like it. It's a bunch of rookies, and I don't grade up the rookies as you know. Would I make this? I mean, it's a B. I'm gonna give it a B minus because yeah, it's better than a C. I mean, you got a lot of potential there, and I mean, guys like Kraft and Fryermuth, and yeah, we'll call that a B minus. But yeah, Johnny's right. Too many IDPs, not enough offense. Yeah, because you only need to fill 5 IDPs. So, what is this all in all? So it was a B plus, B minus, a B plus, and a B minus. Yeah, so it's the wide receiver or the running backs and the IDP that's bringing the average up. QB's maintaining the average. And then the wide receivers bringing the average down a little bit, and the bench bringing down the average a little bit. So I think that this I think this is gonna be overall 86. Because even the wide receivers and the bench bringing down the average is not bringing it down that much. And yeah, the quarterbacks and the IDP, I mean the running backs and the IDP definitely bringing the average up. So yeah, we're gonna call that an 86 overall. Yeah, lots of rookies agree, but I took offense, but earlier than others. I feel like my guys have more upside. Yeah, I mean, it's just like you said. I mean, it's so many IDPs because, like, I think that you were one of the ones who said that a couple of your teams got screwed because of too many injuries, right? So, I mean, yeah, it could still be I stuck with offense while everyone autoed IDPs. Yeah. Yep. Thanks, Darren. Let them know. Get those likes in before you go. And you're up right now. Here we go. Fuck. I mean, so you were the one who got Russell Wilson super late. So it's Purdy and Bryce Young and Russell Wilson. I mean, to me, like Russell Wilson and Bryce Young, like they're probably like 30, 31, 32, like something like that. So we're going to call that, we're going to call that a B minus because I feel like at least you only have to start one of them. And, you know, Purdy will be in there for most of the games anyways. And RBs. CMC, Derrick Henry, and Kyren. Damn, I mean, CMC at the 1-4. But, yeah, and that's it. Just those three. So, I mean, to me, Henry's an A. CMC's like a B plus. Kyren's like a B plus. I'll call it a B plus. We'll call this one an A. We'll call this one an A. CMC. I mean, he's probably right there on the fringe. I mean, you're taking him higher than anybody else is taking him though. Wide receivers: McConkey, Evans, Sutton, Cooper Kupp, Ricky Pearsall. We'll call that a B for the amount. I mean, you got 5 in there as well. Now, you know, we're gonna have to call that a B minus. It was either a B or a B minus in my head, even though I said B. So we're gonna call that a B minus, even with the quantity. And IDP: Levante David, Cashman, McFadden, Edmonds, Witherspoon, DeJean, Dorian Williams, Drew Tranquil, Khalil Mack, Henry H2O, Milano, and Lenore. Nice. That's one of my 3 favorite teams that drafted, held off on a crapshoot running back since drafted 3 early. Hell yeah. The revenge tour for CMC. I hope so for the place that I got him. I'm going to call this. I mean, it's definitely not an A, and I think we're gonna call this. We're gonna call this one a B. It's either a B plus or a B, so we're gonna grade it down to a B. And bench starts with Ford, Thielen, Goddard, Ferguson, Nick Chubb, Christian Kirk, Mike Williams, Giddens, Pierce. I'll call it a B minus. There's a couple guys that make me want to get that over the C plus hump. So let's see. This was, what did I say? I said B minus, right? Let me see. And you did end up getting your backups, right? I mean, I'm maybe not Winston, but got Mac Jones and Darnold. I mean, you got 2 of the 3. So now we're gonna have to call that a C plus. Even you said QB's a C. Yeah, we'll call that a C plus. RBs was a B plus. Or no, I said A, and then wide receivers was B minus. IDP was a B, and bench was a B minus. So really, it's the RBs that's bringing everything up with the A average and the IDPs being a B plus. Let me think of how this all shapes out here. Or no, and IDPs was a B, not a B plus, so it's kind of maintaining the average there. But yeah, this one might be a little bit south of the 85, but I mean, the A from the running backs is bringing it up. And the IDP, even though it's a B, it's still a really strong B. Yeah, the QBs, I mean, outside of Purdy, I'd be nervous. Yeah, so we're going to call this an 83. It's a B, but it's like probably the lowest B that you can get before it gets into the B minus territory. All right. Whew. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here because I think me and Vanessa are going to go get something to eat. But make sure you guys stay through the credits here. Appreciate all you guys. And don't forget, if you want to get higher on the credits, just bump your YouTube memberships up or your Patreon memberships up. I appreciate it. It all goes towards making the show better. I had to get rid of the music because it was like copywritten, so I wanted to make sure that this didn't get cut out after the fact. All right. But yeah, we should be back tomorrow. I think I'll be back tomorrow for tomorrow's draft. We'll see. And next week, we'll probably bring the morning shows back. So get ready for that. And yeah, more drafts, guys. Get into tomorrow's drafts. I posted it in Patreon a while ago. Posted all the drafts that are coming up for this week. And yeah, see you guys for the next one. Peace out, peeps.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the